Hello fellow travelers, I'm too lazy to be awesome and this time we learn about Golden Wolflord, also known as
Bad Dog.
Since Wolflord is a flying boss, it's very tempting to start dumping your damage in the beginning of a fight while it's close to the ground, but boss has huge resistance bonus during initial animation, so save your resources and use this time to gain energy and prepare for the proper opening. Wolflord's attacks apply stackable corrosion status to your characters that deals damage based on their max HP. Remember that corrosion damage your non-active characters can take is capped, so if you barely survive the hit, switching characters can actually save you. During the fight, boss spends a lot of time in the air and from there it can launch 3 homing skulls at you, one after another. When it does that, just keep moving and dash as soon as they come close to you to avoid them. Wolflord can also get down and fire a laser, which you can easily dash through, but since it hits in a fixed cone in front of the boss, you can also stick to its side and safely deal damage from there. If you stay close, boss can try to hit you with a tail sweep. This attack has decent AoE, but even if you can't run away from it in time, you can time your dash right and rely on iframes to avoid damage. Boss can also start spinning, forming a tornado and then follow you. It moves fast, so you can't simply outrun it, but bunny hopping will give you enough speed for that. Also, tornado can't leave the arena, so if you simply stay out of it, it won't reach you. Just don't go too far to not reset the boss. And you can even try to shoot it during that, since you'll probably have nothing better to do meanwhile anyway. After this attack, the boss will land around the center and will be stunned for a few seconds. The most annoying thing boss can do is to dive at you performing an 8 figure. You'll take damage if you touch any part of its body during that, and since boss is massive and moves fast, this attack might be hard to avoid, especially if you get caught in mid-range. It's way easier to handle it if you position yourself properly during the fight. If you stay far away, you'll have enough time to run out of its range, and if you stand right under the boss, you can dash to the right and dodge initial dive with iframes if necessary, then keep running in that direction to avoid getting hit by the second loop. After this maneuver, boss will stay on the ground for several seconds. Once you drop Wolflord below 70% HP, it creates a shield becoming completely invulnerable to damage and sends 3 skulls to the edge of arena. These skulls periodically shoot homing projectiles at you and you have to destroy them to continue the fight. Skulls are weak to geo damage and you only need 3 units of it for each of them. You can destroy them with other elements, but in this case, this number goes up to 38 attacks, so it's not the best way to deal with them. If you don't have a reliable source of geo and destroying each skull takes you some time, you can stand right behind the skull and use them to block incoming projectiles, including ones sent by the boss, but they won't block laser beam or other AoEs. After you deal with all 3 of them, boss will fall down and will be stunned for significant amount of time, so it's your best chance to deal damage to it. Also, similarly to Rift Hounds, Wolflord becomes more powerful after that, increasing its attack at a cost of geo resistance for the rest of the fight. Boss stays active and keeps fighting you while you're dealing with the skulls, and with its first attack it creates a massive AoE that covers most of arena, followed by a lot of smaller ones which do the same. Luckily, both parts have significant delays, so you should have enough time to find a safe spot. From this point on, boss will keep using this attack for the rest of the fight as well. Geo characters are pretty much necessary if you want to deal with the skulls within a reasonable amount of time, and their damage will be increased after that since boss loses its geo resistance, so they will be your best option for this fight. If you don't care about the latter and rely on other team compositions, simply bringing Ningguang of any level is the fastest way to deal with the skulls. Archers can reach the boss anytime with aimed attacks, so bringing one, especially with enhanced charged attacks, allows you to reduce downtime and push damage even if boss is in the air. Mages can't target flying Wolflord with their attacks all the time, but you can slightly increase their reach if you climb higher. Melee characters on the other hand will have to wait for the boss to land every time to deal damage. With melee characters, it's better to stay right under the boss during the fight to be able to damage the boss as soon as it comes down. But if you want to shoot the boss, I'd suggest to stay further away to have easier time avoiding its dives. Also, if you do the latter, keep in mind that characters like Nahida or Raiden could add more damage to that with their long-lasting skills, so you could consider bringing them as well. Other than that, remember that you have just a single big opening during the fight, so rely on shorter rotations or use just a part of them when boss is closer to the ground. There is just one hidden achievement related to Wolflord that you can earn. In order to get it, you have to quickly deal with the skulls created during shield phase. I'm not sure how much time exactly a short time means, but simply using Geo for that is enough to get the achievement. Anyway, that's all for now, fellow travelers. Subscribe for more tips and have a great rest of your day. See ya!